You're listening to Wicked Thoughts, a podcast by Flair Castro, founder of DashoContent. This show is dedicated to helping founders and professionals understand business trends, digital marketing, and how to be a better entrepreneur. In Season 6, we dive into a dash of AI in marketing, exploring how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the marketing landscape. From automation to personalization, we'll uncover the impact of AI on marketing strategies and execution. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Dashed and Wicked Thoughts webinar and podcast series. For Season 6, we are tackling AI and marketing. I'm Flair Castro, your host, founder, CEO of DashoContent, and with me is my co-host, Ms. Charlene Verlove, Chief of Staff of DashoContent. Hi, Missy.
Hello.
DashoContent here. It's an AI marketing company. We are building Asia's first content subscription platform for marketing departments. With this, we help marketing teams and startups supercharge storytelling for their brands through content, code, and community. Well, Dashed here, it's our education arm, and Wicked Thoughts is my personal podcast. So we thought about combining both initiatives to champion AI in marketing and AI literacy in Southeast Asia. So without further delay, let me introduce our guest today on the pod to talk about AI and marketing, and especially tech marketing. We have the privilege of introducing our guests, seasoned tech marketing professional, Monika Ortega. Monica Ortega is a seasoned tech marketing professional. She specializes in AI, managed IT services, and software as a service products. She has a background in award-winning web design and development, and she now focuses on creating strategies to help businesses embrace AI and navigate its transformative impact. Monica has successfully marketed several AI products across Asia Pacific, bringing a data-driven, community-centric approach to her work. Please join us in welcoming Monica. Welcome, Monica.
Hi, Flair. Hi, Charlene. The
Hi.
privilege and the honor is all mine. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being in a podcast with us. So just to get started, Monica here, a bit of backstory, I met her at one of the startups in the Philippines that I was consulting for. So I was brought in as part of the product team, a product manager, and we actually met in that startup. So it's still
Yeah.
AI related, right? But I'm sure you have your background story about how you actually got started. Did you really get started with AI? What was your background when you were in college? Maybe we can start with that, Miss Nika.
Ah, wow. Okay,
College
so
talaga. Why not?
college. Okay. Parang isang dekada na yun. More than. But actually, it's interesting that you brought that up because when I was in college, I actually started in as a computer science major.
Wow.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I really wanted to be a computer programmer, but because we have a family business, syempre na I was told that you either take engineering or you take business management.
Mm.
And ayoko mag-engineering. Ayoko masyadong mag-math.
That's
So I took business. And so I think at least even when I was in college, I was still developing and coding websites. So I actually have more years of experience as a web developer than I
wow.
do as a marketer.
Ah.
Yeah. So I started, I think, web development as early as I guess 11 years old.
Mm.
I had my first client at 16 years old, and since then, like I've been freelancing up until like when I became a marketer, a full-time marketer. And I can say that I think the reason why I became a marketer was because of SEO. It's like my gateway drug. Because
SEO. Okay.
yeah, because you know how in
It's
SEO
very technical. Yeah.
it's technical, but it's also where you start seeing that up like beyond technical stuff, coding, there's a lot of strategy involved. And I think one thing that I appreciated more when it comes to marketing is that it's not something that's very predictable and
Mhm.
repetitive. Like you code, you fix bugs, and then repeat.
And you talk to
um,
code. So now you transition to marketing. You now talk
yeah,
to people, and now you're back to AI. You went to AI.
yes.
Now talk to robots. Is that how you
Yes.
transition in your career?
A bit. I mean, I think with us, there are, even for marketers, there are extroverted marketers and there are introverts. And I think a lot of it's funny because in one of the companies that I've been with, the whole marketing department were introverts. So like, how can you? Yeah,
How do you
exactly.
market? How are you a marketer if you're an introvert? That's always a question. No.
Yes, mom. And I think uh, people really have to have an understanding that there's a difference between sales and marketing because usually it's the salespeople that are always talking to people, right?
Yeah.
Tayo as
Face to
marketers, like we
face.
play. Yeah, we play with technologies and we play with strategies.
And you said you got started with website development as early as 11 years old. Like,
Yeah.
wow. What was the first website you coded? Is it for personal or
Personal. I
you
think
remember what
back
it was?
then, I definitely, mom. I even remember the search engines that I used back then. Actually, wala pa masyadong search engines nung time na yon. The way that you would access a website is through direct, direct URL. So you would see
Yeah.
a URL of like a
Age
website on like
reveal? What
I
search
don't mind.
engine was this?
Alta
GeoCities.
Vista. Oh yeah,
Alta
I had,
Vista.
yeah, Alta
Wow,
Vista,
that's
Lycos,
nostalgic.
di ba?
Oh no. Okay, we're
Oh,
revealing our age here.
yeah.
We're definitely
Okay lang.
millennials.
Okay lang. So at least it was an interesting ano sa atin kasi we were able to see yung how technology has really grown, 'di ba? Nung time na yon na naabutan natin siya where wala pa talagang mga search engines. Diyos ko, girl, nauna pa tayo sa search engines. Paano ba? Like, 'di ba? Like Yahoo pa yung ano na yon nung time na yon. Yahoo was the big like
Yeah,
search
yeah.
engine.
That
Yeah.
was a big tech. And then you remember Yahoo Chat? That was
Yeah,
IM
Messenger,
we had.
Messenger.
It was Messenger pa.
Yahoo
Oh.
Messenger, I think.
But you didn't tell me yet. What was the first website you coded?
Oh, yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, personal siya. Kasi I think back in that back in those days, the only people who were able to parang express their thoughts like through like to the whole world were people who knew how to code.
Right.
Um, so if like I wanted to talk about my hobbies or like things that I love or my experiences, I couldn't have a blog unless I knew how to code a
That is
blog.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a hobby website. It was like yung mga shrine of like things that I love and things that I like to talk about.
Oh my God, it's quite nostalgic because I was also blogging back then. Ano pa yun? Blogspot pa nga.
Uy!
Oh, I started blogging and Blogspot. That was like my venture into, I would say, digital marketing and content creation.
I
And
love it.
like segue, that was the reason I got fired also. But that's another story. Later na lang.
Next
But
episode.
your
Okay.
story is more important here. So you got into website development, and then how did you transition to having your own company? You had your own company, right? Like you had your clients. How was it for
I
you
ah
servicing clients?
nung that time I was freelancing
Mm.
because I think like there weren't a lot of people who could code website and knew how to market themselves during
Yeah.
those times. They didn't really know how to like purchase domains. It was still a complicated
Oh,
process back then. um so I think when I started getting my clients, it was through referrals, of course. During that time,
right.
malakas pa yung
Yeah.
referrals. And then if you remember si Sulit,
Oh, yeah. OLX.
yeah, OLX na siya ngayon, but it used to be
Oo.
Sulit. So yun, yung mga gano'n. Wala pang ano nun eh, wala pang Facebook, wala pang mga ads
True, true.
masyado.
Friendster. I remember
Yeah,
Friendster.
before pa Friendster, mom.
Way back pa way back
Wait.
machine na ba tayo? Okay.
Oh, pero yun, kasi ano siya eh, like when we started, right? So I mean, just for the context of everyone here, that's I think the value that we're bringing into the conversation, seeing how it was like
It
before
was
and
yeah.
how it is now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, and then going into AI, what got you interested and why were you drawn to this industry?
Mm. I can say like since I was very interested in technologies, 'di ba? So I've always been interested in technology. So when artificial intelligence was getting like its traction, I was already reading up a lot about it. So when I got my first job as a marketer in an AI company, like I got the job because I
Yeah.
knew a bit about how AI works already because I've read up about it a lot prior to the meeting.
Is this the same company that we are in? We were in
Yes.
before? But okay, question. Marketing, I was expecting you would be in as a developer or,
Yeah.
somewhere technical, but what got you, like, how did it connect marketing and web development for you?
Right. So I
Parang
think
may,
they
may,
disconnect,
may
right?
disconnect.
Because it's just that it's because like I've always been passionate about technologies and I love
So
coding.
tech
I think I
marketing,
mentioned,
kumbaga. Mm-mm.
yeah, I mentioned it, I think to you once that I love talking to computers sometimes more than people.
Yes,
Yeah, kasi
yes.
input-output
Oo.
siya, walang drama, 'di ba?
Oh, walang drama. Eh, ngayon
Like
may
you know when,
AI, may drama ng kasama.
oh minsan,
'Di
yeah,
ba?
pero
When you use your prompts on AI, parang nag-ano na tayo, transition
oo.
to AI, why not, 'di ba? So ano na, may kasamang drama kasi sometimes it tells you no, 'di ba?
Yes. Actually, I
Don't give you
used
the answers that you want. So parang may drama na, like you have to negotiate.
kailangan. Kailangan. Actually, super useful nga yung mga AI with personalities kasi I remember 'pag nagpa-practice ako ng negotiation 'te, dun ako sa AI nakiki-practice.
Parang ano, simulation of the
Yeah,
negotiation.
simulation.
Yes.
But yeah, I think yun. So I've always been passionate about technologies, but at like during my undergrad days, I was taking up business. So I
Mm,
had to find a way to connect what I love and what I was doing. So
right.
thankfully naman, when I got into the IT and technology space, kahit paano na-connect ko siya.
Galing, 'di ba? This whole career of tech, marketing, and now AI.
O nga.
And you're also involved. I think Miss C has a question about your involvement in
Yeah.
advocacies right now.
Yeah, also for context,
Hmm.
Miss Monica here has been a staunch supporter of our community events
Yes.
through
Thank
Women in
you.
AI. Yes, thank you, Miss Monica. No, I think we established earlier we met for the first time at DashCon 2023. Yeah,
Yeah.
2023. And you still no, you still supported our event this year.
Yes.
So yeah, women and AI, can you tell us more about that, how you got into it, what your role is, and how you got involved with that community?
I would love to. And of course naman susuportahan namin kayo always, always. Um, and we will we'll definitely support you even more in the future. So basta yan. Basta lagi. um, so see, Women in AI, it's actually a community of researchers, engineers, like
Oh,
policy advisors, lawyers, about AI ethics, or sometimes even marketers like us. Like so anyone who is working with or using AI, or even if they're just an enthusiast about the technology, they it's like this is the community for them. And its vision is really to since it's really a community of policy advisors rin, no, and people who are shaping the technologies, the reason why they exist is because as these technologies evolve, we want to make sure that women are included in the decision making, in the way that
Oh,
these technologies are being shaped and influenced, and how the policies around them are being considered. And that's why the community is a very diverse community of people like hindi siya limited to just engineers, but we
mm,
want to have people from different backgrounds, from different like committees that are involved with AI, so that they can give their feedback on like people who are involved in like making the technology, etc. Yun. And then I got involved in it. I think during the pandemic, 'di ba, hindi tayo masyado makalabas. So I was looking for communities about AI to like join
and now
and
you're the lead of Women
yeah,
AI in the Philippines.
in the Philippines. Yes. I
Oh,
think
oh, so
galing.
it's a global community
it's
organization.
yes.
Mhm.
It's a global community. It started in France, actually. And it
Monica
now
in
has,
Paris. Okay.
I know, right? Tapos may bangs pa ako na ano. So, niloloko nga nila ako eh, kasi marketer rin ako. Tapos, yun. So ayun, it's now I think present in more than 100 countries. And then in Asia Pacific, like we were in Thailand, we're in South Korea right now, we're in Japan. I think also Australia, we're in Singapore, we have Myanmar. So I think the power there is that we're able to use our community to connect with, like for example, yung members natin dito sa Philippines, they're able to connect with fellow engineers or
Galing.
enthusiasts or researchers in Australia or in Myanmar or in Japan. They are able to learn from each other. So we have actually yung mga parang machine learning paper reading club where we have leads.
A
Yeah,
book
we
club?
yeah, it's
Club
paper,
for
like
paper?
research papers. So Doc Chari was
Oh,
actually one
yes,
of our
yes.
leads for one of the
Really?
sessions. Yes. Um so
I
ano,
should join this club. Parang exclusive, exclusive.
definitely.
It's not exclusive, right?
It's
Like, do
not.
you have a membership fee,
No
or do
naman.
you just sign up on the website?
Yes.
How are women
So
going to join this if they're interested?
they go to the website
Hmm.
womenai.co, and there's an application form to join.
Ah,
And
okay.
once you like fill out that form, you send it, you will be routed to the chapter that you should
Oh,
be in. I think that is the reason why I became the lead for that is because nung time ng pandemic actually, and I was looking for this community. I joined the community, and girl, naghahanap ako ng Pilipino. Wala ni isang Pilipino. And I'm like, bakit? Kailangan rin naman namin 'tong mga AI ethics lessons na 'to. Kailangan rin namin yung
oh.
mga thought leaderships na 'to. Kailangan may mga opportunities kami to learn about AI and parang learn from parang experts, ganyan-ganyan. Mas lalo na nga tayo, 'di ba? Tas tayo pa yung wala dun sa community na yun.
Yun nga eh.
Um,
No representation. So
no
that's the perfect
representation.
place to have exactly that. Now, sige, for as a tech marketer, I believe you're the perfect person to ask
Hmm,
about tips, especially for startups, 'di ba? I mean, when ChatGPT was released, I'm sure a lot of startups started thinking about how to become AI powered. Parang lahat
yeah.
naman startups, AI powered, AI driven, AI, everything is like AI.
Mm,
So it's
yes.
transformative in a way for startups. But honing into marketing for startups, how do you think this has transformed the way we think about marketing?
Well, oh my gosh. I think it's both good and bad.
Mm,
Just because some have used it to improve and amplify yung existing initiatives nila. Like for example,
right.
they have a really good strategy and they have a good like offer in place, or they have good like presence now with their channels, and
Yeah.
they like yeah. So a lot of startups have parang limited resources, and they have also limited time, 'di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're able to complement these really good strategies and initiatives with artificial intelligence, and it just multiplies the results for them. I've seen startups na ano, like agencies actually,
Mhm.
that have used parang AI for doing outreach.
Right.
And I think in a week,
Religion.
yeah, lead gen. And in
Mm,
a week, they would start getting like six meetings.
right.
Um, yeah, six meetings per week pa yun, ah. That's because like they have a really good offer, they have good messaging, they know what they're doing, they're targeting the right people, etc.
Mhm, mhm.
But I can say that it's also parang kind of transformed it in
In
a
a bad
bad
way?
way,
Okay.
because now you see bad creatives, now you see mga spammy, messages or outreaches, yung mga medyo parang hindi pinag-isipan masyado.
Yung mga
Um,
unleash, unleash.
yeah. And
The lazy AI content that we all know
exactly,
about.
exactly. So it encouraged laziness. And one thing that we really hate when it comes into marketing, and like something na dinikdik talaga ng mga professors namin in masters. Um, like don't if you have like bad ideas and you use artificial intelligence for that, that's going to multiply. Like you just
Will
yeah,
amplify the bad.
amplify
The
your
bad.
bad ideas. And the bad thing about that is a lot of like startup founders, especially kapag nagtitipid sila, gusto nila yung mga tayo-tayo productions.
Yeah.
Like alam mo na parang like team members nila to, and like hindi to like they just use like templates or something sa mga ano. So nako. Both good
There's a
and
lot
bad
of things,
definitely.
no? But then using AI and marketing, I believe this is nothing new for us, especially for marketers, right? I mean, we've been
Yeah.
exposed to the use of AI, for example, in tools that we use. For example, when you're running an ad on Facebook
Yeah.
or Google Ads, this is nothing new. I mean, we know that AI has always been there. It chooses the right audiences for you.
Yeah.
It helps you build up more creatives. I would say scale it up. But now with AI, like, especially for these products that I mentioned, they've been
Mm.
honing in on encouraging users to really use those AI features. And
Yeah.
so because of these AI features, I don't know if you noticed, but you lose control,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like it's so brainless. They just want you to click, 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 set, and then forget.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you notice this kind of trend with the platforms?
I do notice it. And you know what? Like actually just yesterday, I was meeting with someone who um like did email automation.
Yeah,
Um and you know what the worst thing is, if you're doing all of these automations and using these AI technologies, like, it's just set and forget, and like
mm,
you don't give like good thought into it. You don't think about what you're going to say, who you're going to target. Like
yeah.
they started like targeting even their own competitors, offering their own services to their own competitors. So that's the thing with these AI automations. So like right now, for one of my like engagements, I manage the like marketing platforms, right, of a
Right,
company. And I can really tell na sa lahat ng mga workflows and automations ko, um, there would be a lot of areas na hindi like kailangan pa talaga ipino or i-analyze, i-categorize ng human being, kasi minsan
yeah,
hindi alam nung machine na ay ito pala to, like it's in the same industry that I'm targeting, pero hindi niya alam na kaya siya nando'n sa industry na yun is because it's a competitor. Like
correct.
they're in the retail market, but it's like a competitor in the retail
Yeah.
market.
So like these bots lack the context that the human can
Yep.
actually fill in.
Yep.
So over reliance on AI technologies is nothing that we have to, it's not a thing that we have to encourage. I mean, internally, we do have responsible AI policy. Like
Mhm.
when ChatGPT came out, it was one of the first documents that we created internally for the team. So one of it highlights, like part of it highlights that for every AI output, we have to edit it as human beings. So naging part
Yes.
siya ng policy. Do you see the same policies being communicated in different organizations as well?
Absolutely. And actually, it's not even if the organization does not implement that, mapupwersa rin sila eh. Kasi we have governments right now who are doing these rules
Right.
for us, 'di ba? And that's why as I mentioned a while ago, we sometimes it's a struggle to use technologies, because you have to always be updated about the policies. If
Correct.
like the policy updates, you have to make sure that you make the adjustments when it comes to your offer, your messaging, your um, the content of your the content of your
Hmm.
campaigns. So when it comes to these policies, I think yung trend kasi, and this is just based on like yung research namin na, especially the younger generations, they are more, parang kinalakihan na kasi nila to eh. Kinalakihan na nila yung AI.
It's normal for them to
It's
see
normal for
AI?
them. Yeah. uh, these are what we call the digital natives, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they grew up in a world where technology is normal for them, and thus they have parang they're more open to using it.
Mm.
And so in the future, you see like yung mga policies na to, like the use of artificial intelligence technologies, it's really just going to be like hindi mo siya mapipigilan. It will really be used, and I think it will come to a point na like people will, like there will be policies talaga that will shape these or control yung mga use nito. And even if you don't have internal policies, or even if you like wala kayong AI ethics officer,
Yeah.
um
Parang
like just
data
the
privacy officer na rin, no? Required na din. Eventually.
oh, in pero it all falls under the CTO, right?
Yeah.
So I think ano na rin siya, like we'll be in a world na it's things are normal, na they're part of our daily lives, and even the policies that accompany them will be part of the like you know what's normal for us na.
Yeah. Speaking of regulations, I read recently na parang they wanna change the copyright law. Di
Oh,
ba? Because LLMs have to be trained on something, a corpus of data.
yeah.
And if people enforce, or let's say artists, creators, creatives, if they enforce the copyright law, definitely there's no more data that we can train on if that's enforced. So sabi nila, it has to change. Di ba? But
Mm-hmm.
that's on the side of those who are like trying to like capture data. So
Oo.
do you think in the future maging one of the changes na to, right? Like they want
Yung
to change the copyright law?
I think ano eh, it's going to be tricky. So one of the
Diba?
frustrations that I have when it comes to policies is a lot of the governments are still playing catch up. And by the time that they've
Oh
catch
gosh, 10
up,
years late tayo usually in
and
the
it's not even that,
Philippines.
ma'am. By the time that they catch up, nagbago na yung technology.
Oh, hindi na AI, AGI na.
Yeah, and
Ngayon
even
pa
like
nag-catch up ng AI. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Is
so maybe
oh,
copyright laws will be changed, pero baka by that time, it will only have be usable for like a few years, and then nagbago na naman siya because it's
oh gosh.
always evolving.
Yeah. So speaking of evolution, balik tayo sa marketing and
Mm,
startups kasi 'di ba the teams for example, I don't know how big your internal team is because I know you lead a team as well, right? In work, right? Like
yeah, kahit ano.
yeah, you do marketing for your job. And how big usually is your marketing team? Like it's
Um,
composed of you. Um,
okay, because I think we have to look at this as a regional level or at like a
ah,
global level. Because if like regional siya, if, like there I've been in teams na I think at least 20 kami sa marketing.
wow, it's huge.
Yeah, and then there's like a support of agencies pa.
Oh,
Right now, we're a bit more lean. We're like 4 people in the team.
oh.
Tapos
So
supported by agencies again.
and AI agents.
And of course, yes, AI agents.
Which is my question. I mean, is it going towards that where, marketing teams become leaner and we rely much more on AI agents?
Hmm.
Is this going to be a trend for AI marketing, especially for startups that have, like you said, limited resource,
Mm.
limited budget, limited time, limited lahat sa startup.
Lahat, lahat. Pero
Lahat limited.
I can tell you
Where do you
some
see
ano
AI will take us, especially agents? I'm excited about this, to be honest.
it is actually exciting. And I guess like I could approach this in a way na I've seen how it works in real life, like when you use like the AI agents, and or when your marketing team is complemented by AI. Um so what we noticed is even with a leaner team, ang dami naming nagagawa, even it's as if we have mga siguro
Cool.
triple the size of the team.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the past, like before the whole like explosion of AI agents, we used to have teams ng mga siguro kahit 5 or 6 people who were doing these like jobs. But now if you can if you're complemented by artificial intelligence technologies or platforms, kahit dalawa or tatlo na lang yung nasa team mo,
Kaya, kaya.
kaya na eh.
That's one secret that a lot of, I would say, marketing departments don't know about. 'Di ba? Like the
Really?
augmentation. Yeah, I don't think they're aware yet because a lot of them are built using the traditional, structure where you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a marketing manager and then an assigned graphics designer, multimedia person. 'Di ba, Missy? That's, I don't know, like current customers we have, that's usually the setup. They have one marketing person who does everything and then a multimedia person. Did you notice that, Missy?
Yes, definitely. Mm-mm.
Oo.
And
Ganun yung setup.
yeah. Yeah, that's really the traditional. And I feel like they don't see the a lot of the customers that that we currently have and have had, and a lot of the leads that we interact with, parang it's hard to see, kind of it's hard for them to see how much they can save on resources, how much time they can save, especially. And for us, parang it's yeah. So, speaking of adoption, have you seen, based on your career and your experience, Miss Monica, how have you seen, um,
Mhm.
because okay, let me rephrase. So you've worked with both startups, I'm sure, and probably bigger, enterprises. I'm curious because I've only ever been exposed to like
Yeah.
small companies and startups lang. But how do you see is the difference in AI adoption between
Mhm.
startups and like a
Yeah,
bigger enterprise? Like, and
yeah.
also like what are is it easier for a startup to adapt to incorporating AI into their workflows? Your thoughts?
You know what? This is such a great question because I think this was one of the like biggest realizations ko rin when I transitioned from a startup into enterprise.
Oh.
I can yeah, it was really like parang uy, ganito pala siya. Parang uy, may ganito, like may budget.
Spill the tea. Oh, my budget. I like
I
that
know.
phrase.
Pero
Oh
I
my
can say
gosh.
it's not naman na uy, may budget, but I say one of the key differences is would be is that enterprises would have more elbow room to test and learn.
Mm.
They I'd say they don't want to adopt like new technologies or AI technology sometimes because it's not tested. So brand equity
Oh.
has a lot of weight sa kanila.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like cautious din naman sila, just like
Right.
startups.
Mm.
Um, but like they just have a little more budget to test. So if
Mhm.
your solution does not work or it doesn't parang deliver yung promise, like they ano like mabilis sila mag axe or mag churn. Whereas I think with both naman startups and enterprises, cost conscious naman sila. If honestly, like let's be honest, 'di ba? If you know of a solution that could guarantee you like 95% performance, kesyo startup ako or kesyo enterprise ako, I would dedicate budget or
Yeah,
investment dun sa solution
yeah.
na yun.
Mm.
Um, so yun naman. But I see that sometimes enterprises they can't even allocate budget for technologies. That's because minsan napupunta sa ibang initiatives. Kasi 'di ba there are a lot of technologies na hindi pa proven. So
Right.
medyo hesitant rin sila. And I'd say na ang adoption is slower when it comes to enterprises.
Mm.
Um,
So like
the
everything
decision
has to be perfect when they deploy something,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
also
Ang daming
assume there's
decision
like a lot of
makers.
parang red tape, in an
Mm,
enterprise. Like, I mean, for operations wise, like you find a tool that you like, for example, for your department, you'd have to, get it approved pa,
Yeah.
by, the higher ups, and then check on budget. As opposed to like, for example,
yeah.
us, Miss Flair internally, like if we find a tool that we think will, change our, day to day, change on, really, benefit us, I feel like we're so quick to at least try it. And then if it doesn't work, I know. If my budget. Yun nga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always budget, no? But I'd say
Mm-mm.
that it's also based on the need.
Mhm.
Kasi I've seen when it comes to enterprises, pag may need ang isang department, it's very fast for them to to go to Google and look for a solution agad and like ask for a demo for a lot of these solutions. Like um maano sila, they actually have dedicated resources just for looking and testing and trying out new platforms and innovation. Kasi
Galing.
like I think yun nga, may budget kasi siya eh. So um slower yung pag-approve ng budget, definitely. But, naa-allocate-an ng maayos yung parang
That is
pag-test
true though.
ng new
Yeah.
platform.
When you have an enterprise customer, it's like you're assured for months of revenue from them because they usually lock in for, let's say, a year, di ba? 6
Yeah.
months, 12 months, parang ano na siya, locked in na siya. Tapos, I think enterprise as customers, they're more easy to please, especially if your solution already fits their requirement.
Yeah.
Compared to, I don't know if you've tried working with, of course, MSMEs, startups, na parang, okay, can we do 1
Yeah.
month? Do you have a free trial? Yung mga ganun. Like,
Al
really, ano.
although I have to say, yeah, one thing that has been super important when it comes to enterprises trying out like yung mga platforms,
Oo.
customer support and customer success is
Yeah.
super important sa kanila.
Yes.
Yeah. Kasi sa akin, even if, every now and then, I would encounter problems with your platform, pero there's always someone in your team that could support me when I need
Yes.
it, okay pa siya sa akin.
Yes. Customer support at the end of the day, regardless if startup or enterprise. Ayun. And then, eto, Miss Monica, kasi we're talking to, let's say, marketing departments or marketing teams, even marketing leaders on adopting AI, di ba?
Mm-mm.
On their workflow. Usually their question is, hey, I have to adopt to AI or I have to tell my team to start using AI. Tapos they're running around and then they say, usual advice for them is that you have to have data first. Is this
Mhm.
still relevant? Like in the data science field, we always tell them you have to have clean data. Is it the same in marketing or is it something else? Do we
I
still
think
tell
it's
them the same thing? Like, hey, you have to have data.
I think it's something else. Kasi honestly,
Something else, right? Mm-mm.
I've worked with startups and not even startups, tech, kahit enterprises. Minsan di nila alam mo yung target market nila.
The
Um,
basics. Mm.
yeah, the basic, the ICP, they haven't defined their ICP, they haven't defined their positioning.
Mm-mm.
Like yeah, yung value proposition nila, why would like their audiences be
They buy.
interested to like take an offer from this strange company that they've never heard of in their so more than just having data, it's like yung fundamentals and yung strategies
Yeah.
wala pa eh.
Yeah.
And you know
Super agree.
what kind of what's kind of bad about this is that there are a lot of companies na they're willing to try out technologies without having these in place, and then if it doesn't work, they blame the technology na hindi siya gumagana.
Oh
Mm.
gosh, yeah. That's so hard. I mean, especially if you're trying to build a startup in the tech space as well. Na parang,
Yeah.
oh, why blame us? It's actually you.
Pero
It's
hindi mo
not
pwede
you.
sabihin.
It's not me, it's you. Like, I mean, okay, like strip the technology. Let's not talk about AI. Let's not talk about the tech, but the basics, they have to be there. It's hard to work in marketing if you don't have the basics of what am I actually promoting? Like, who's the target customer at least? Like, sino bang
Yeah.
kakausap natin? It shouldn't be everyone. I mean, if there's a company that says, who's your target market? And then their reply is everyone, parang, oh no,
Mm.
it's hard to work with this
Red
team.
flag.
It's a red flag,
Red flag.
exactly.
You know,
Diba?
I'll point out something na na nakita ko rin with a lot of startups. They're trying to hit too many objectives with one campaign. Like they want brand awareness, they want to
Oo,
engage people,
yun.
they also
Yun.
want to like generate leads, ganyan ganyan.
Lahat-lahat na.
So, ayun. I think that those are a lot of things that make a campaign ineffective. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, speaking of which, I was running through videos yesterday on Meta kasi they really have nice AI features right now, like AI, yung
Yeah.
advantage features nila, right? They've been trying to
Mhm.
promote that, like really push it to marketing departments and agencies, like, hey, use advantage, use advantage. But then parang balik na naman tayo sa discussion na you actually lose control if you hand over everything to AI. And for you, Miss Monica, how much control do you think B2B marketers should have over their branding?
Actually, sa akin, when you start to automate something, dapat planchado na yung branding mo eh.
Oo,
And then imo-monitor mo na lang siya eh. So,
agree.
ano siya, it's not really so much as like con well, of course there is some aspect of control diyan kasi baka mamaya like
Branding, 'di
hindi na pala
ba?
on
On
brand
brand
yung
dapat lahat.
inaano niya, right? Yung ino-automate ng technology mo.
Yes.
Ayun, so I think like regarding control, no? So, um, honestly kasi kahit ano eh, kahit ba you try to automate something and you don't have the basics like figured out, mahirap i-control talaga kasi magwawala siya. You don't even know how you're going to control it. What kind of parameters, what kind of signals would be out of brand for you.
Yes.
Um, so I think yung degree of control, it's normal with like the technologies that we're using right now. Now you just have to consistently monitor it.
Right, true.
Ang challenge na nakikita ko ngayon is that dumadami yung mga platforms and technologies. I think one of the challenges for marketers nowadays is that they are juggling with a lot of platforms. I think yon kasi one of the things that technology allows you to do is like to expand to more parang industries, to target more people, to do more, etc., etc. So there's always this catch up when it comes to like for marketers. And I think like they're already playing catch up with a lot of their campaigns and initiatives. Tapos like may additional catch up pa when it comes to technologies. Um so I think yun yung parang pinaka
Exact
struggle
sentiment.
recently ng
Yes.
mga like marketers.
Yes.
Actually lately.
Yes. You really captured my sentiment kasi I mentioned this on one of my talks as well na like marketers have a lot of things on their plate and now AI is here. It's more added, workload for us to try and understand how to use AI again, add it to our workflow, try to optimize everything in some way. So, okay, so Miss Monica, I know you work with a lot of startups and enterprise. Can you possibly share yung perfect example where this team or this company implemented AI, whether that's digital marketing or content
Mhm.
operations?
Actually, I have a lot of examples on that. Hindi
One
lang
perfect case
isa.
study na lang. Go.
But one perfect case studies. I think it's always been like in the intersection of sales and marketing because that's what's really traceable, especially when it comes to executive
Yes, they want
like
sales.
management, diba? Yeah. So I think like yeah, one of the parang biggest examples that I could give is that there are startups na like lacking teammates sila, diba? So wala silang
Right.
sales team, wala silang really defined marketing resources. Um and like through the use of artificial intelligence, I saw that like even if undermanned sila in all of their revenue generating parang departments, they were still able kahit nagapang talaga nila. Because
No.
may ano sila, may AI. And the thing with AI ngayon, yung mga revenue platforms na ginagamit natin, they're not I mean they're smarter now. They could easily, imitate like humans. So
Oh.
I have
Are we
seen
talking
startups.
about chatbots here or
No, no. I mean, it's a
can you
mix of
spill
a lot
some
of.
apps that are really useful?
I would
Bawal ba?
hindi naman sa bawal, but yeah, I mean, I could talk about it, like describe the technology, no?
Ah,
Kasi
sige,
like
go.
medyo
And we'll
NDA.
guess.
Oo. But I have seen like yung solutions, it's not just ChatGPT, but it's a combination of all of these AI technologies na
Mm.
like for the composition of the content, like you use the AI there yung paggawa ng content. But at the same time, there are other aspects of the technology na gumagamit ng AI. For example, yung pan-detect ng mga like target market niya, the way that
Mm.
it could play around with the policies.
Oh.
This is about email marketing kasi, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
for example, I say na there's a lot of evolution happening when it comes to the policies around email marketing kasi yung spam, and then you also have
Yeah.
cybersecurity
Mm.
like implementations there where you have these companies na ang tapang ng mga cybersecurity like policies nila or like
Oh.
inboxes or yung like safeguarded yung mga ano nila yung like there it's very difficult to reach them, but you have AI in marketing now that could, just help you overcome these challenges when it comes to yan yung parang kailangan mo timingan sa time of day bago ma-reach out tong customer na to. Kailangan may ganitong reputation ka na, so i-automate niya yung reputation mo, gano'n, gano'n. And then pagdating sa content, like automated na rin siya, gano'n, gano'n. So you could easily target like 5,000 leads per day.
Oh gosh. You
Yeah,
better
and
Goals.
DM me this tool.
yeah.
Goals.
And ito yung tool na
Mag-invest.
sinasabi ko. Ito yung tool na
Lalabas ang
sinasabi ko.
budget for sure.
Exactly, 'di ba? Ito yung tool na sinasabi ko where I've seen agencies na since they started using this, they've had like 6 meetings per week kasi nga they're targeting a lot.
Mm.
Like per week you would be able to do outreach for like 500 or 1,000 companies.
Mm.
And it's in a way na hindi mo mano-notice na it's a bot kasi highly personalized siya for you.
Damn. Okay, DM me.
I will. Sige.
I like that. That's a really, of course, the bosses would say yes to a tool like this one.
Yeah.
Like invest. People, the phones are ringing. We're getting leads. We're getting sales.
You know what's crazy about
Yes.
that? Like there are these companies that are using kasi nasa isang community kami,
Mm.
yung support community nung platform na yun. So I'm able to see yung success stories niya with
Mm.
other companies using it. There
Mm.
are companies na they had to stop using the platform kasi hindi na nila kaya i-handle yung
Oh
leads
my God.
nila. Yeah. Ang gandang
A
problema.
happy problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I love that. Sige, you got me interested in that
Ay,
tool.
wow.
But I think the listeners would want to know as well, but of course we're not promoting any apps
Yeah.
here, but we just want you guys to know that yes, it exists. Tools like these exist. And it's either you explore and find out or have the budget at least to run some experiments on your own. Is this something that you would advise as well, Miss Monica, into like
Yeah.
how startups should approach AI and adoption?
I think so. I think very important yung sinabi mo that they need to allocate time to for like testing, especially if startups sila. Kasi
Yeah.
um like as we keep on mentioning like earlier, it's not really about do you have the budget, but it's about knowing your ICP, not trying to hit too many
Yeah.
things at once, like napagdating sa analysis you don't even know what
To look out.
impacted, yeah,
Mm-mm.
what brought about success, what didn't bring in success, and like just making it so complex na you can't replicate or scale it. um So, ayun, like A/B testing, allocating time to just get your basics right. Know your like itama yung messaging, itama yung targeting mo,
Mm-mm.
itama yung offer.
Mm-mm.
That is the best approach that you could do as a startup.
Okay. Quick question. Name top apps that you would recommend marketers to use or at least explore initially.
I would ang dami kasing platforms again. Marami
Oh, 'di
akong
ba as
platforms na
marketers, maraming
ginagamit eh.
platform.
Yeah. I could say that one thing that has really helped me as a marketer, um it's not really an app, but ginagamit ko siya everyday. I know it's like super ano, pero si ChatGPT, ginagamit ko talaga siya everyday.
Diba? It's a general use AI and I love it. Like you
It
can make it
is.
into whatever you want it to be. Whether a co-pilot, a strategist, someone that
Yeah,
you brainstorm with, someone who can draft something for you. So it's really
it's
recommended. Yeah.
super super recommended. Like I know like a lot of people have this beef about like
Oh, it's
ChatGPT
ChatGPT,
generating,
right? Oh.
yeah, like ano ang low quality ng content niya and whatever. But
How about Miss Monica? How about like a if no ChatGPT we've established it's super useful. We use it
yeah,
every
super
day. What's like a maybe like a prompt
Yeah.
tip na lang
Prompting tip.
for our
Mm.
yes.
prompting tip. Like okay, medyo explain you. What do you mean by prompting tip? As a
Kasi,
ChatGPT.
Like
yes,
yeah, like for
yes.
example me,
Okay.
I give a task and then ikaw Miss Flora, I'll also answer because I want to know.
Okay, okay,
But
Okay,
sige.
like
okay,
for
sige.
I know my
example me,
answer.
I give context, right? Of course you have to give
Yeah,
context, give it the
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
data, give and then give your
yeah, yeah,
instructions,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then before like one thing I do is I ask it, do you have further questions?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ganon. Yeah.
You
And then it
ask it
asks
that?
me,
Okay, that's
yes,
new.
like, do you need more details? Do you understand everything? And then it asks me like 10 questions, which I
Oh my
and then we
God.
have this back and
What?
forth.
You're so
Wow.
patient.
Is that
Patient,
extra?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, kind of. But
It's so
Okay.
extra.
yeah, you know what? Like, okay, I know my answer to this, and
Oh,
it's
sige,
something
go,
that I
go.
actually read. Like, actually, parang TikTok ko nga to nabasa or something. But you know how AI generated text would sometimes be like awkward, and you know that it's AI generated
Yeah.
kasi
Yeah.
sobrang
The
formal niya. I
words.
don't know. Yeah. So I would just ask it to like give me a version of this that's less cringy. And it would like,
What?
yeah, less cringe, please. And it would give me like, okay, this is passable.
Oh my gosh. All right. Ako naman, sa prompting, kasi I prefer to really one-shot prompt it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't want to talk to it over and over again. It's like instructing someone, and you don't want that, diba? It's
Yeah.
something that you don't want
Sayang,
to do, like,
you're
tell it
saving
words
time,
over. Come
supposedly.
on, diba? You want it in 1 second. That's the result that you want. So, I type everything up, everything. So,
Wow, ang
including
sipag niyo.
yes, including a template, like I want
Yeah.
your answer to look like this, I want your
Mhm.
tone to be like
Mm-hmm.
this, and then
Yes.
at the end I would tell it to think carefully, like really think well about your response, but be concise and clear. Yun yung mga favorite na ano ko, na prompts na ilalagay ko.
Mm.
Yeah, like very
Actually,
specific. Because I don't want it
marketers kasi
verbose.
tayo
It's more,
eh.
di ba?
Marketers kasi tayo. Gusto like, minsan yung ginagawa ko rin siya, sinasabi ko, ang brand voice mo casual ah. Yung mga ganun.
Yes, oo. Like retain the tone, retain the
Yeah.
style, but complete this one. Yun yung favorite ko lately. Like I'll give it a draft and then I'll do dot dot dot, continue it. That's my favorite.
Mm.
Recently lang, oo.
I
Say like
love
I
it.
get so tired typing like just continue this. You get what I mean. Like
But it's amazing, no, how this technology can just adjust to different personalities and
I know,
ways of
right?
ano, 'di ba? Like
Yeah.
The
writing.
bossy, the cringe,
Oh,
like every single personality, it can accept us as who we are. Like
wow.
Don't you think
may
there's something
hugot.
so don't you think there's something so intimate and like personal about looking
That's
into someone's chat GPT?
Oh my gosh.
'Di ba?
Yes. You know
I
why?
agree, I
Ay,
agree. Yeah.
alam mo na pick up ko to kay ano, naaalala ko this is something that Doc Ligot mentioned in DashCon. Na
Oh.
he mentioned that a lot of people who are parang anti like generative AI are like the experts, right? Um
Mhm.
And then like to be honest, sometimes I would consult like ChatGPT for legal matters before I consult an actual
Kahit
lawyer.
bawal, 'di ba?
Like as a starting point so that when I go to
Oo.
a lawyer or a doctor, like kahit
You're
paano may
smarter than
background.
them.
Hindi
They
naman
would like,
smarter, ma'am.
"Did you ChatGPT this before coming to me?"
Yeah,
"Yes, I
para
did."
ano, para yung conversations namin hindi lang yung mababaw na conversations about discovery. Like we could actually delve into, okay, I read na
What
ganito. So parang,
matters. Oo.
yeah, well, maganda na yung context ko about what I need to consult with them before I go to them.
Oo. But I agree with Miss Charlene. It's like, if we can do a prompt reveal, it would also reveal
Oh my
your
God.
personality. your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But
if I die, I will ask, like, aside from like wiping out
erase
my
my
MacBook,
history.
erase my chat GPT.
I don't want you guys to know how bossy I am with my bot. Like, be less cringe.
Oh my
Or like, don't
God.
actually, this is one prompt that I've been telling ChatGPT recently. Like, don't be lazy. Like, I want the
Mm.
complete draft. Don't be lazy.
Ma'am,
Yeah, like,
opposite tayo. Yung
why?
chat
Are you nice
GPT
to
ko,
your bot?
I am very nice to my bot. I even say thank you.
Me
Of
too.
course.
Yeah, I say thank you. And actually opposite yung problem ko sa bot ko eh kasi like laging ang haba-haba nung like sinasabi niya, girl, kailangan ko lang ng three
Mm.
sentences.
Yeah, yun nga eh. That's why I always use like be concise, be clear.
Yeah.
Medyo ano siya, verbose na siya. Sige, ang daming ang saya makipag-usap ni ChatGPT. Oh, okay. Like tips for those who are listening in. Another app that I like actually is Character AI. Like
Mm,
I recently used it because it has different personas that's built in. So
yeah.
parang you don't have to define its persona, it's already there. So if you want to talk to like a psychologist or your crush or an
Mm.
anime or if you want to talk to Nicki Minaj, ando na siya. 'Di ba? Siguro gagawa na lang tayo ng character na B2B marketer. Talk to this
Oh my
stressed B2B
gosh.
marketer. That's the persona. What would they say? So it's like talking to Monica. Joke.
Oo, stress tayo. Like, kailan ba tayo hindi stressed eh? Lagi tayong may hinahabol.
For sure. There's always deadlines and backlogs. Okay. Sige. So looking into the future, let's try to wrap this up by
Mm.
asking, what do you think is the next big thing for AI now? Like where is this headed for marketers and
Diyos
startups?
ko, ma'am, alam mo, to be honest, kasi whenever there are experts predicting the future of AI, like there
Right?
were experts saying na never makakaya ng AI ang ano, gumawa ng artworks. Yeah, yeah. 10 years
Diba?
ago they were saying that. So
Mm,
medyo mahirap kasi sabi nila creativity is not something that bots or AI can duplicate or ano like recreate. And
right.
then a few
That's
years
what they're doing
later,
now.
yeah,
Right?
exactly. So but I can say from my just based on my research sa consumer ano and it's mostly within the Philippines naman or Asia Pacific so kahit paano may like ano sa atin relevant sa atin. Um, it's that ano, yung like it's a very exciting time for the younger generations to be up and coming and um like parang just parang amplifying yung use of these technologies. Hindi na sila yung katulad natin na medyo may hesitation pa. This is natural for them
Yeah.
already. So it's at that point na makikita mo talaga there's a lot of collaboration. Like we're going to that future where machines and humans truly collaborate because
Truly collaborate.
they
Yeah.
grew up with each other, kumbaga.
Oh, right. That's actually my favorite like merging of Gen AI and Gen Zs. Like I'm
Yeah.
all for that. Like I'm a huge fan of that situation where you combine Gen AI and Gen Z. Sige, super last one. Your final wicked thoughts, Miss Monica Ortega.
Ma'am. I would say for startups, please let the pros do the work. Um, honestly, I know na like there are
What?
a lot of startup founders na they want to do the marketing campaigns kasi nakapanood sila ng YouTube video. But please um for the sake of your your marketing campaign, your budget and siguro the reputation of the technology na gagamitin nyo kasi may mga ano naman for the time na ginugugol nyo or sa budget na ina-allocate nyo for this na there's a lot of risk or there's a lot of potential for it to fail. Mas maganda na inallocate nyo na lang siya to get an expert who can actually make your campaign or your initiative succeed.
Exactly. And I super
Amen.
agree with that. Miss C,
Trust.
want to invite our listeners to the masterclass. Miss Monica, also later on, I'd like you to invite our listeners and our viewers into your profile so that in case they need help, diba? Like you said, reach out to professionals. They might want to
Absolutely.
reach out to you. But Miss C, do we want to
Yes.
invite them to the masterclass?
Yes, yes. So yeah, we're hosting a DashCon Gen AI Masterclass This is perfect for marketing leaders, business owners, creatives as well, writers who are looking to, up their game, better understand how to use AI in their marketing and content operations. So that is happening very soon. It's happening next week, September
Next week.
26th, 1 to 5, and this will be at the Workable Ortega's
Right.
branch. Right now, if I remember correctly, we have just a few slots left, as
Yep.
in a
Yep.
handful na lang.
Yeah.
And then yeah, if you wanna sign up, you can go on our Facebook, DashoContent's Facebook, or to our website. We have our DashCon Masterclass landing page there.
Yes.
Yeah, so again, tickets are running out, just a handful left. Of course, we have the AI Messiah of the Philippines, no, si Doc Ligot,
Yeah.
which we're huge fans of. Of course, we also have Miss Flair here, who's going to be talking about AI and marketing. And also we have Miss Janet Toral, who will be talking about digital marketing and AI. So it's going to be a whole afternoon of just knowledge sharing. It's pretty hands-on. And for those who went to DashCon, this is actually a more parang,
Yeah.
in-depth
Deep dive. Yep.
look, yeah, deeper dive into AI for marketing. So we hope to see you there.
See
In
you there.
fairness, ang galing because your speakers are actually pillars of the industries that they're
Ay,
in.
yes, they are. They are.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan of them as well. Yun.
Yeah,
Miss
but
Monica, oh my gosh. I think our startups that are listening in would really need the guidance, the help of more advanced professionals, those who are really deep into the industry, tech marketing, AI, all of these.
B2B.
Yes, B2B marketing. Oh my gosh, we should
So,
have a separate session
separate session
probably
pag
and
maganda na
talk
yung
about
B2B.
it. Exactly. So, where can they find you? Can you invite them to reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on LinkedIn. You can look for me, Monica Ortega. And just send me a connection. Let me know where you've heard of me para alam ko na you're not
Lead source
some yeah, like you're not another
referral.
salesperson na we breathe the same air, so I'm just curious if you're interested. Ganon.
Don't
So
market to a marketer, please.
exactly.
Ayun, so that's Miss Monica Ortega, and we enjoyed her sharing her wicked thoughts. So thank you guys. Thanks for listening in. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
everyone.
And that was the latest episode of Wicked Thoughts. Make sure to subscribe and join the host on The Wicked at thewckd.com. Thank you to our sponsors, the company Cebu, Third Team Media, Dasho Work, Dasho AI, and DashoContent, a content team for your marketing department. Tune in for more wicked conversations right here at Wicked Thoughts.